This month, when we look at the real estate market, it has some really fascinating shifts that we're seeing here in the Greenville market. It's been one of the craziest shifts I've seen here in the last couple of years. We're going to talk about what's happened in the luxury price range, what's actually happening with price reductions. Is the market going up? Is it going down? So if you're thinking about buying a home here in the area, selling a home, or you just really want to plan ahead, this is the video for you to know exactly what's going on with the market. And make sure you stay tuned into our channel because every single month I'm doing a report like this to give you all the facts so you know exactly what's happening here in the local real estate market. Hi, I'm Evan Whaley, your favorite Greenville realtor. So let's go ahead and get into some of the fascinating transitions that we're seeing here in the market. The first thing when I unpack this monthly report where I'm looking at all the data, what I'm seeing is there's several things that are happening. We're seeing more price reductions that are happening, so more sellers are making price reductions to get their home sold. We're also seeing that home prices are going up and inventory is going up. So I want to make sense of that in this report as well and break all that down for you. If we look at the year-over-year data, in February we saw a 33% increase in inventory. The homes on the market, we were close to 5,000. We actually had 4,780 homes that were on the market, which is just crazy. We've needed more inventory and we finally started to see more of that come to the market. Typically when you would think that there's more supply, potentially there's less demand, right? But home sales are actually going up, and we were seeing that home prices were still appreciating. If we looked at the month-over-month numbers, we actually saw a 12% appreciation in the average price and a 5% appreciation in the median price. If we look over the year-over-year numbers, they're not quite that high, but it was a really interesting development to see more inventory and to see those home prices spiking up. So it will be something to monitor and to watch. A big thing for this is as people got clarity around the future of the US economy with a lot of things like elections, and they're starting to see things with interest rates decreasing, there's been more buyers that have entered the market. There's also been more sellers who have decided to finally jump in, put their house on the market, and move to their next place. People have been in a holding pattern because they've been in what we've called a gridlock effect. What happened is a lot of people had those really low rates, those 2.5s, those 3.5s that we aren't likely to see anytime soon. And now they've seen rates start to go down. They've said, hey, maybe I should jump in. Maybe this is the time for me to move out of this place that no longer suits my needs to move into the one that does. And this is just happening more and more commonly in our market. The next thing that I think would be really important for us to talk about is where is that inventory increase coming from? In the $500,000 to $750,000 range is where we actually saw the largest percentage increase when we look over the year-over-year numbers. And this is really, we think about your move-up buyer, the people that are relocating from more expensive cities, people who potentially are coming for retirement. So that's kind of who you're thinking about as buying in that price range. So we're seeing more inventory hit the market there. In the $1 million plus range, we actually saw a 24.7% increase in purchases year over year. Now, I think that's happening for a few different reasons. As you see home prices appreciate, those homes that were at one point $900,000 are getting to the $1 million price range. As you see people with wage growth and other things, that home becomes more attainable. So you're just seeing more opportunities for people to purchase in that price range. So I think that's a big thing. You're also seeing that people are relocating here from larger metro markets where they're more accustomed to paying those prices. So you're seeing a multitude of things that are happening that's increasing a higher demand for those properties. Another huge shift that we saw is 26.3% of sellers who had their home on the market did a price reduction before they sold it. So that's more than 1 out of 4. So we weren't seeing hardly any of that happening from 2020 to about mid-2023. Now it's becoming much more common. We're moving more towards that traditional real estate market that we're more accustomed to, where people might have to do those price reductions. Sellers are finding out in real time what buyers are thinking about their property and what they feel like the worth ultimately is. What we've really found from a seller's perspective is there are still opportunities for multiple offer situations. As I record this video, I had one just 2 weeks ago. We're seeing that people are coming in. Buyers are still really interested in homes, and especially that are well renovated, that are fully done, that are move-in ready, and that are in great locations. But when sellers are testing the market, doing what I've traditionally called aspirational pricing, they're just not getting that number anymore. Buyers are much more willing to stand firm, and they have more options now, so they're waiting to find another property. So if it's not just right for them, you're not going to get that opportunity to sell that home. This is also really important in price ranges where we're seeing a lot of new construction coming into the market. There's a lot of incentives that are being thrown out with purchasing new construction homes. So if a seller is positioned in one of those price ranges or there's new construction communities nearby, it's something they really need to be aware of so they can position their house in the best way possible. Let's go a little bit more in depth. So if you're a buyer in this market, you're thinking about purchasing a home, what does all this mean for you? Right now, our days on market have actually gone up. So the average is actually 62 days. So that's the point in which that house goes on the market to when it goes under contract, 62 days. So that is significantly more than what we saw in the years past, where people pretty much had to make a decision immediately. That doesn't mean as a buyer you can sit around, twiddle your thumbs, because great properties are still selling quickly. But overall, there are more options. Inventory is going up. So it just means that you have more options, you have more time to make a decision overall, and it could be a great time for you to purchase a home. If we're looking at the February of 24 versus 25 numbers, knowing that they're already higher than our year-over-year numbers when we look at January, and that trend is going upwards, it might be the right time to dive into the market now before everyone else starts jumping in if interest rates start to decline and home prices just go up even more. So it could be a great opportunity for you to get into the market. From a seller's perspective, what does this new market mean for you? Well, good news is home prices are still going up. Great homes are still selling really fast, and there is still potential for multiple offer situations, and a lot of people have a ton of equity in their house, so it could be a great payday from selling your home. We also know that because days on market is going up, inventory is going up, the competition is higher than what it has been, but all the other things are in your favor. So what does that really mean for you? It just means that you have to be very strategic with how you price your home. And this is shifting every month, it's shifting in the market, so it's really important to talk to your real estate expert. So we sit down and have consultations with our sellers to really help them, guide them through this entire process. But positioning your home from a pricing standpoint, from a staging, from the appearance, making sure those cosmetic repairs are done, maybe even doing an inspection and getting all this stuff done ahead of time, just to go ahead and create that feeling of security for a buyer, could be a great option for you as well. But we're still seeing homes are appreciating, homes are going up in value, and there is still really strong demand. And the National Association of Realtors actually marked the Greenville market as one of the top 10 potential hottest markets for this year. So you know that people are just going to continue to come here. So if you own your home, you made a really wise decision. And if you're thinking about selling it, this could be the right time, especially as we start to see inventory going up. Maybe you get ahead of some of that competition as well. So what are the things that we should monitor from here? I think interest rates are a huge one. Interest rates have a huge impact on what buyers are entering the market and what buyers are leaving the market. So you know that there's going to be more demand as those rates go down traditionally. Next thing is what's happening with inventory levels. Are they going down? Are they going up? Because we're going to want to monitor that. If they start to get a surplus of inventory, you might see appreciation slow down. So it'll be a good thing to monitor from that perspective. Also, closed sales, because inventory and closings go hand in hand together, right? So we want to make sure that we're looking at all of those things to see how quickly homes are selling and how many homes are selling that go to the market. There you have it. There's your monthly market forecast. There is a lot of great things that are happening in the Greenville real estate market. It is a great opportunity to own a home. It's a great opportunity to sell a home as well. If you have any questions, if we can be a resource for you, my team and I offer a 30-minute strategy call. All the contact information is down below. We'd love to be a real estate resource of choice.